Top things I regret not doing last wipe in Escape from Tarkov. As that title implies, today we're going to analyze the things that I did or didn't do last wipe in Tarkov and figure out how we can use that to our advantage this wipe. This is Finest XI Guides. Welcome to the channel. If you're new around here, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more Tarkov content like this. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into the video. The first thing that I regret not doing last wipe is taking my scav karma more seriously. As you may or may not know, scav karma is a reputation system that scavs have in Escape from Tarkov. Basically, you can either be a good scav or you can be a bad scav. There's pros and cons to both. Let's talk about what the pros and cons to being a bad scav are first. The pros to being a bad scav is basically you can kill anyone that you want, and that's that. You can take anything from anybody because you're a bad guy. You kill anyone you want. You do what you want. The cons to that. Well, there's a lot of cons, and they're actually mostly the pros of being a good scav. So let's talk about the pros of being a good scav. First, you get to scav more often. The scav timer is actually reduced if you have good scav karma. Number 2, you get better equipment on your scav. You get better armor, weapons, or you're supposed to anyway. I don't know if it actually works yet, but you're supposed to get better armor, weapons, stuff like that as your scav if you have higher scav karma. Number 3, the scav box in your hideout runs faster, so your PMC can build this sort of like gambling system in his hideout where he pays scavs to go bring him stuff. Well, you can do that more often, quicker if you have better scav karma. And the biggest bonus to having good scav karma is AI scavs will not shoot at you. So when you have good scav karma, you can walk around and scavs are your friends. Also, if it's good enough, bosses won't shoot you either, which is a pretty big bonus. Being able to walk by Killa without aggroing him is pretty substantial stuff. And it may go without saying, but being a bad scav, everybody's gonna shoot at you. All the AI will be hostile to you, the bosses will aggro you on sight, stuff like that. So being a good scav is pretty beneficial in a lot of ways. The only real big benefit to being a bad scav is that you can kill anyone that you want. But yeah, basically last wipe, I didn't take my scav karma that serious. I kept it at neutral so that way AI wouldn't shoot at me, but I never really took it up really high to get all the benefits of that. So this wipe, I wanna do that. I wanna get really good scav karma and make that happen and reap all the benefits of that. The second thing I regret not doing last wipe, using my scav junk boxes correctly. So every wipe I'll have 1, 2, 3 lucky scav junk boxes that I keep stuff in, but what ends up happening is I'll throw everything in there and rarely will I take the time to go through it all, sort it, sell it, stuff like that. All the AA batteries that end up just sitting in my junk boxes, there's a ton of them and they just stay there and it's wasted potential. What I want to do this time around is get 4, 5, 6 or 7 even junk boxes, label them all, and then sort things into them as I go. For example, I want to have a junk box that holds everything that you can get out of PCs. So hard drives, power cords, CPU fans, stuff like that. I'll put only those things into one junk box so that way when it's full, there will only be 5, 6, 7 type of items in there, but there will be a large quantity of those items, and then I can quickly sell them all, make a lot of profit, and be done with it. So I just want to use my junk boxes a little more, keep everything more organized, because a clean stash is a happy stash. The third thing I regret not doing last wipe is having more thick cases. Now I know that sounds like a no-brainer, like why wouldn't you want more thick items cases, thick weapons cases? And of course you do want as many as you can get, but every single wipe I tend to only get 1 or 2 of each kind, and then I just kind of forget about it. If you take points 1 and 2 in this video very serious, it's not that hard to make money in Tarkov. If you're using your scavs correctly, and if you're using your scav junk boxes correctly, it's very simple to make money. I know that's a controversial statement, but the idea is you go in, collect things, get out, sell them, you make money. Anyway, the problem I have is committing the 10 to 20 million rubles it takes to buy a junk box. I hate spending all that money all at once, but I need to do it more this wipe. And the reason is pretty much the same reason that I want more scav junk boxes. If I have more thick cases, it'll be a lot easier to keep my inventory organized. And when I have a more organized inventory, I have better raids in general, at least I think. Again, a clean stash is a happy stash. I might have accidentally said junk boxes just now. I was talking about thick cases. We were talking about thick cases. The fourth thing I regret not doing last wipe is finishing my quests sooner. So what I'll do every wipe is go really hard for about a month, task day in and day out, and then after about a month, I'll completely stop doing tasks and just play for fun for the next like 3 months. There's nothing wrong with playing for fun, but what ends up happening is the last month or so until the next wipe, I start to freak out thinking, oh, I didn't get my Kappa container yet. And then I focus tasks really hard again, stressing myself out each day until I get that Kappa container. What would be a better thing for me to do is to continuously do tasks throughout the wipe, but maybe just less of them, but for more often. So instead of going hard for a month and then doing nothing for 3 months, maybe I can just take it easy and do some tasks every day for 4 months straight. I think in the long run, it'll be a lot better for my mental and it'll just lead to a better wipe overall. Now I know not everybody goes for the Kappa container, but some do, and that's just my thoughts on the matter. The fifth thing, and this is one that I actually regret doing last wipe, focusing too hard on quests. Now hold on, I know we just talked about how I need to focus more on quests for longer into the wipe, but what I mean by this is focusing too hard on specific quests to the point of driving yourself insane. I'll give you an example. I even just did it a few days ago, this wipe that we're on right now. The stir up quest where you gotta kill 3 PMC with the pistols. I did one raid where I killed 2 PMC without even trying. It was amazing. Then I spent probably 20 raids trying to get that 3rd PMC kill, and it never happened. It finally happened eventually after way too many raids and way too many wasted rubles, but there was a much better way that I could have gone about that. Instead of just driving myself insane trying to get that last kill for that last quest, what I should have done is just focused on other quests. I should have had a pistol with me at all times, so if the opportunity presented itself, I could have taken it, but there was no point in just going in raid after raid trying to get that one kill. I could have gotten a lot more stuff done and then gotten that last kill at the right time, just when it was supposed to happen. So I want to focus less on doing one specific task until I get it done, and instead focus more on being efficient. I want to work smarter, not harder. The 6th thing I regret not doing last wipe is teaming up more. So I have about 5 people that I'll play with regularly, but I don't like hitting them up too much because I think I'm just bugging them. I should really stop doing that because playing Tarkov with a duo or trio is just a ton more fun than playing solo. I get really bored playing solo, but like I said, I'm too afraid to hit anybody up half the time. It's a personal flaw, but I'm trying to work through it. So this wipe, I want to focus more on duoing and trioing and just hitting my friends up as often as I want to whenever I feel like playing with them. Again, if you have never played Tarkov with some friends, you should definitely find some people that want to jam with you and make that happen. The game is a lot more fun that way. It takes the stress out of playing. It makes things a lot easier when you don't have to worry about being the only one to survive, when you have a friend that can bring your gear out for you, help you do tasks. It's just a lot better that way. And yeah, that's about all the things I could think to talk about in this video, so that's pretty much it. Are there any things that you guys did or didn't do last wipe that you regret? If so, let me know in the comment section. Besides that, if you ever want to come hang out with the community, I do stream over at Twitch at twitch.tv/finestxi. Come hang out sometime. But that's enough rambling for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.